My sister dealt with it completely different to me. I mean, she'll never let go. I'll never let go either, you know. But she's completely open. She talks about it. There's pictures, back of her phone, a screensaver, everything. I dealt with it by completely not talking about it. No pictures, nothing, no memories. Just wanted to completely cut it out. You know, but we're both still hurting the same way. That was just my way of dealing with it, to get me through my childhood, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Joey. Like, older sister dealt with it by really sort of immersing herself in it, like screensaver, photos, pictures in the back of a purse and stuff like that, whereas like me and my brother more chose to disconnect, and it was sort of quite difficult where you've got one person really wanting to talk about it and then the other two just sort of completely not, and I think it felt quite lonely for all three of us, I guess. Like, the fact that no one is dealing with it in the same way.
Like you said, like, you don't, she really wants to talk about it, so she'll just randomly be like, oh yeah, it's Mummy's birthday tomorrow.
It's uncomfortable, isn't it?
I don't know why, I don't really want to talk about it, I don't know why. But I have to reply, do you know what I mean? I can't, it's my mum, I have to reply, but it's just, that's always been difficult for me, I don't know why. It's always been difficult, but it's obviously getting a lot easier, especially now. Since I've been more comfortable to even say the word mum. That's probably 2-3 years ago, I just started saying the word mum. Like, I've just always been closed about it.
Yeah.
A lot of the people at my school who I'm friends with, they just haven't really experienced a death close to them. They've probably experienced the lack of a parent because they've left or something, but there's not many people who truly understand what knowing someone who you care about is no longer in this world and they never will be again is like.
Yes, I mean, school was just, for me, I couldn't concentrate at all on anything, nothing. It affected everything. My work, you know, the way I even listened, because I just wasn't in the right frame of mind at the time.
Yeah. Does anyone else relate to that experience?
Yeah, I definitely feel that it affected my schoolwork. I would have done a lot better if I hadn't have had this experience. Like, I would have done a lot better in school, I would have got better grades, but it's something that you have to deal with. You don't get a choice.
It stays with you, but like, it does get easier every day. The more you talk about it, yeah, I think over the last year or two, definitely made some progress with like actually talking about it, and I think facing it on a more regular basis rather than waiting until like all these feelings and emotions that I've been like bottling up for like weeks or months just come rushing in. I found that there was just sort of this really intense just rage all the time, like not necessarily angry, but like just always below the surface, just sort of ready to go.
I've always had panic attacks. I'm getting over it now because I'm talking about it.
You just can't think, like...
So your mind's going 100 miles an hour, innit?
Yeah, everything just seems like a blur to me, and you don't know what it is, what's caused it, but there's something going on and you don't feel right. Talk to someone, find someone that you can relate to and that you feel confident speaking to, and speak to them. You can't do it alone.
At least with me, I was very much like, no, I need to be strong for like everyone else in my family. I don't need anyone else's help. I'll deal with this in my own way, in my own time. But you just can't. You really do need that helping hand, I think.
I've always felt speaking about it wouldn't work. What's speaking about it? What's that going to make? That's not going to make me any happier. But it actually does, because I feel like you're holding this all in. You're trapped. You're holding it in for years. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it. And when you start speaking about it, you just, for some reason, go, oh, it's all right. So now when the Mother's Day will come in and the Christmases, I'm starting to think, oh, it's all right. I can speak about it.
I think you've just got to take the leap.
Yeah, you just got to take the leap.
As much as it's going to hurt you, like at that moment when you're doing it, it's going to make it better in the long run.
Yeah.
As soon as you start speaking, you can start that journey of getting better and getting more comfortable with it.
I think without child bereavement, I don't think I'd be speaking up today, and I don't think I'd be where I am and as comfortable in myself.